Hello, and welcome to another episode of Pull Up 3. I am Paragon Don.
I'm Jamae.
And I'm Jay Trent.
You scared me because I was like, dang, did I forget how this intro went? I know it's been a minute. um, but today we'll be talking about, we'll be revisiting our preseason award picks. We'll talk about All-Star Weekend. And trade deadline is on the way, so it can get very spooky. So, yeah, where would we like to start?
Let's start with All-Star.
Okay.
Okay, so we went to All-Star this weekend. I think we all had fun. But before we talk about like the game and like shooting stars and all that, I'm gonna ask you guys, what was your favorite part? And since I'm asking the question, I'll go first because I thought about this, but maybe I'm lying. Maybe I didn't. But my favorite part, it was okay. The basketball related thing was going to see Post Moves live. It was actually very funny and interacting with the crowd. I actually am going to re-listen to the episode to see if you can hear us talking. We were like we did sit on the front row, and so I don't know. There's a point where Candace is like asking Aaliyah about the text thing, and she says something, and then she like looks up and she like looks dead at me, and I'm like, "Oh, girl, you only get 2," and she's like, "Oh, 2, yeah." She maybe needs to stop, and I'm like, "Am I on here? Did y'all catch me?"
I also got to see if they put when D-Wade was talking about the Bojangles on there.
So
I was the catalyst for that.
on the I'm pretty sure on the YouTube video y'all can see us. Like I'm pretty sure there were like crowd shots and we were sitting right there in the front row. Like the camera was like directly on me.
So yeah, so you guys can see us in Post Moves live.
Hey man. Hey, Jay don't have some big back-to-back, like, we see like 2 3 my boys on Good Morning America. Hold on now. Wasn't
just feeling that man business.
It was it was actually the Today Show. It was not Good Morning America, but same difference. Same difference. It's daytime TV. None of y'all have seen it. I don't watch it either. It is fine. But yeah,
they're gonna be on TNT next.
I'm scared. You know, that might be good for the brand.
I feel like my favorite basketball related activity was the Together House.
Oh, I bet. That
I like.
Telling people what y'all was in there doing. Tell them what y'all was in there doing.
Me and Don, we connected with our inner child. That's what we did.
It started off so innocently. Like we walked outside. First of all, it was very like we were trying to find Jamae. Jamae ditched us.
Hey, hold on, because I'm not gonna let y'all slander me. They did not even look hard enough. I was sitting down on some bleachers in a corner. I was in the corner. That's on me. I want y'all to know when they came in, I immediately saw them and I was like, okay, if I wave my hand, they will see me. And I kid y'all not, they turned and then turned back the other way. I was like, okay, well, nobody's coming in. We're not worried about it. Nobody wants to hang out with me, whatever.
It's funny because it had to have been like right after I looked over there because Dawn was like, where would Jamae be? And I said, oh, well, she's probably over there because she said she was going to the skills challenge thing. So I'm sure that's where she is. So I had to have looked over there and then looked away right.
Both of you did. I was literally, I started to stand up and I was like, that's kind of OD. I'm going to just, like, nobody else over here standing up. So it'll be obvious if they look hard enough, if I'm just like this. And both of y'all were like,
you should have stood up because I definitely looked over there and I was like, whoop.
I thought I made eye contact with you. I was
Surely
like, oh,
did.
he's gonna look at me, and I was like waving, and you just kind of like, okay. Also, I did text them. Do you know they text me back 30 minutes later? It's
Yeah,
over now.
there was no hope of getting that text back.
Yeah.
It's
We not that I don't have any sort of excuse for that.
so again, we'll start this. Jamae ditched us in line. And so Jay and I were left to our own vices. You know what I'm saying? Just wandering in the building alone with each other. And
Alone with each other,
It
please.
sounds so dramatic.
so as we stumble our way through a brand new place, wondering, oh my God, I can't believe we can't find our friend. We happen to to stumble upon a hoop bus. And for those who don't know what a hoop bus is, it is literally just a basketball goal on a bus. Very simple concept. Can't believe it took till the 2020s for it to be made. If not, I mean, it might have been earlier, but whatever. And I take a couple shots. I get not a 2-bar horn. A couple of them went in. But then a girl ran off the bus to get my rebounds. I didn't make one for a while. That I was like, damn, you might be bad luck. So I took probably 6-7 shots at this point. I was like, that's a lot of jumpers for me to take. Let me pass Jay some. So I started getting rebounds for Jay. And this went from us taking a couple shots with each other. So another gentleman joined. So now I was getting rebounds for both of them. Then I was like, let me see if I can make this from the side of the bus. And then we were doing that. And then some other people came. And then some 2 little kids came. And then now me and Jay are employed. So me and Jay are getting rebounds for these 2 young, impressionable men. Young men could not be older than 5 or 6. So young boys. So we wanted to continue making a good impression on the youth. So we were selflessly grabbing their rebounds and passing it back to them. One parent was gone from the equation in its entirety. I kept hearing questions about, where's your parent? Where's your mother? Where's your dad? He was nowhere to be found. So of course we couldn't just leave the young lad. We must continue to make sure he is safe. And by making sure we get his rebounds and passing his ball back, we know where he is. So then, as we're shooting, other people start coming off the bus. I start wanting to do other things. I'm like, let me see if I can shoot this over it was a telephone pole line. I was like, let me see if I can make this over this. And then the thing ended. And I finally checked my phone and I see Jamae has texted me 28 minutes ago. And I said, wow, Jay, we are assholes.
Yeah. Fortunately, Don made that sound a lot more noble than it felt, because we was really just we was really just out there doing whatever. But yeah, I did enjoy the Together House. I did enjoy the hoop bus. I believe I think Gatorade is the sponsor of that. So shout out to them. Yeah, that was fun. What else did I enjoy? I mean, I really enjoyed it.
No. Let's go back, because you gotta tell them what you did at the hoop bus.
Okay.
Now no way was you about to skip over that. No way. That was actually probably the highlight of the strip.
Okay, so the guy comes off the hoop bus with the mic and he says that there's going to be a competition, and he says that whoever can hit a shot backwards will win a hoop bus jersey. So of course the 3 of us all decided to participate, because why not? And on my first try, he talked about how close I was, and of course I'm not looking, so all I could do is take everybody's word for it. But I get back in line. So we all run through this a couple of times, and on my third try, I was successful. I did make the shot. I did win the Hoop Bus jersey. My mom has already asked me if she can wear it, so I will be letting her wear the Hoop Bus jersey at some point. So yeah, but yeah, that was definitely fun. Me and Don also right after that we ran up to take a picture with Leatu King, and there's like sweat dripping on the floor, like.
Man, listen. When I tell you, like, I kept mentioning to Jay, like, I did not think I would have to take a shower until we got from the club. But when we get back, I need to take a shower. I mean, I cannot go anywhere unless I take. Like, I was sweaty. I was like, yo, I am tripping. Like, then on top of that, there was free margaritas. That's some of the best margaritas I ever had.
I feel like that they were good, but I do feel like they did get a price bump from you. Like you was like, bro, this margarita is so good because it was free. It was good, but it was also free.
But hey, listen, when you when I a lot of little grass be having that little line, that's how it really like it leaned to. Why you make that face?
Did y'all hear that?
What was it?
I don't know how to describe it. Never mind. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna just have to listen to this back and see if I'm crazy.
Right, I'm scared. Like, what was it?
He's got ghost. But yeah, you know how the grass has a little line where it's like if you're above this line, that means you probably in the elite. That's how that shit like it was free, so it was already on the right. And then it was like it's not all the way up, but it was up because it was good. So it's just like, damn. I respect that. But yeah, the other stuff in there was good. I mean, it was some cute pictures in there. They had you do like they had you sit at this little stand, acting like it felt like you were the president, and they would just ask you questions. The photo booth was cute. Yeah, overall it was a very, like Jay said, it felt very inner child. Like we shot a basketball for probably about 2 hours.
Legitimately, like a full 2 hours, not like he's it was like legitimately 2 hours. Yeah, legitimately. And Jay got posted by Hoop Bus, so they were on their story. I also did record a video, but it's not as good.
I actually thoroughly enjoyed the Jamaica.
I hope that video is in your vlog.
So like, I was trying to edit the vlog, and when I say, I mean, most of my vlogs are a little incoherent anyway, but usually I'm usually pretty good about like sequencing of like recording every time I go do something. That one, I don't know about. There's a lot of gaps in between things that was what I watched. There's like 30 minutes worth of clips, and I was like, I don't know if y'all knew what I did after I watched this back. So we're gonna figure out how to fix that. Maybe we'll see. I have to rethink it because I was like, this isn't as good as the normal, but I might upload it like that because that's how it happened. That's how it went.
It'd be like that sometimes.
It was fun either way. What else I was gonna say?
What else did we do? Oh, we also went to we did go to WNBA live on was that Friday?
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun. We did get to meet Aneesah Gray, which was fun.
Fun fact, Aneesah Gray writes with her right hand.
Right. That is correct. She is just like me because I am also a lefty that writes with my right hand. So I feel we locked in. We locked in just like that. So
we also met Sue Bird. And Sue
We
Bird
did meet Sue Bird. She
Bird
was at
invited us to her
the
party.
yeah, she was at the taping for Post Moves, and she invited us to her party and did not tell us where it was, which is fine because we knew how that was gonna go. But yeah,
Just so everyone knows, I have caught on to the Jason Sudeikis is contractually obligated to be friends with these people because he did show up with her and he did not leave with her. He is not a real person. He like Jake from State Farm with an Apple TV show.
okay,
Sure.
I get with it.
So, thumbs down to that man.
I'm screaming.
What else happened? Basketball related.
Did we do anything else?
Because we didn't go. We didn't go to the events themselves.
Yeah, we didn't go to the Shooting Stars Challenge. We watched it at a bar and a 3-point contest. We were kind of in there hooting and hollering just a little bit.
Oh, the Chicago Sky watch party was really nice. Shout out to the Chicago Sky. You know,
yeah, I was about to say that too. I can't. I do. I mean, I'm not really bullying the Sky anyway, but I do have to hold off on it for at least another couple of months because the food was good at Press Box.
Them people had steak, mashed potatoes, wings. Like them people was not playing. I was like, hold on now. Again, that scale of free to quality is above that line.
I mean, it does matter, but it does matter. But a lot of it actually was good. Like it was good.
No, like the spinach artichoke dip. I thought I was kind of going crazy because I was like, "This is the best shit I ever had." Like,
see, I didn't get none of that. I didn't.
Oh,
I should have got some.
No.
I should have got some.
And they kept putting out like they was pissing me off at how much chips they was putting out because I'm like, girl, that is a single serving. Like I could take that back to the table, and I did feel real greedy because I act like I ain't got no home training, but I need to get some more chips. So I took like a napkin and I just like dug my hand in the bowl, and the girl was like standing next to me, and I know she was like, "Why the fuck did you doing that?" But there weren't any plates in my defense, so I feel like I was validated just a bit.
Modern problems require modern solutions. It's fine.
I feel like that was a pretty hygienic way to grab chips.
No, I mean, no, it is. Yeah, like
so I wouldn't have been mad at you. Honestly, I probably would have been like, "Dang, she's thinking 3D chess."
I would have been. I would have been here stuck, being like, "What am I finna do?"
What I should have did was ask our waitress for a to-go box. They probably didn't even allow those, but oh no, yeah, they did have those. Yeah, I should have got me some stuff to go.
Yeah, it was definitely people in there that had them.
That junk would have been so good at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, because on the non-basketball related front, we did go out. To be fair, we left at like 11:30, and we did not get back until like 5:45.
Like the sun was out.
Yeah, and we saw the Studbuds bus. So when they were shutting the club down, we were also shutting the club down. This has also happened at the same time that Dejanay made her very viral thread. Or not even really a thread. I don't know what you call the post on Threads.
It's just a post on Threads. This is what it is. You're gonna have to clarify it that way, I guess.
Yeah, so when she did that, we were on our bus passing the Studbuds actually. So that, like, we were kind of there in real time. I'm not gonna discuss that, but I will say y'all are so funny. I was talking to these other people a couple of days ago, and they were asking me if I was on Dejanay or Nelissa's side. And I'm here to tell y'all, you don't have to pick a side. Actually, you shouldn't, because you don't know these people. You don't know neither one of them. You don't know either one of them. And You know, I'm not even going to psychologically. You don't know them, so let's leave it. You don't need to pick a side. Hope it was fun.
Yeah.
I think my least favorite thing, not even I think, my least favorite thing was getting charged $5 for rent.
Oh. that whole like that whole morning was a lot.
To be honest, my morning was already kind of so I didn't feel like being confrontational. If I had a wallet,
it would have been a problem. It would have been a problem.
boy, if I had a wallet, you gotta take this off. we were Jay, we were telling the story to somebody else after we left, and we were laughing because like you're the only nigga that had a good breakfast.
Oh yeah, mine was fine. Yeah, mine was fine,
bro.
I mean, Jermaine's now is a little questionable. I think mine was the most questionable, but
oh no, without question, bro. Because
yeah, yours was like, it's good to me.
Yeah, look at me, it's all right. Like,
but the brunchery, next time I go back to Chicago, I am going back there that day.
We paid for that one, so it was it was actually good. We paid for that one.
That steak omelet or whatever. Oh my god, the drinks.
Yeah, no,
divine.
I did have a green apple martini that was very good. It's just like a martini weekend, you know. I had a lychee one. I think I had 2 of those actually.
Shout out to Jacoya and Shania for having the cotton candy mimosa. That shit did look like my teeth will fall out if I drink it, but I did see the vision.
It wasn't actually that sweet, but I'm like, I don't like mimosas, but like this, like there was a lot of champagne in it. Like
it wasn't super sweet. It wasn't like unbearably sweet.
Now to the actual game, the Shooting Star Challenge, and shout out to Team Washington, Elena Delle Donne, Gigi Banks, and Shakira Austin were the winners. Gigi kind of carried them a little bit in that second round. But that was really fun. It was really exciting to see Elena Delle Donne. I'm still a little. It's actually so funny because we literally said last week that Elena Delle Donne or who else did we say?
We also said
did we say Lauren Jackson too?
We did. I think we did mention Lauren Jackson, yeah.
And I said neither one of them would ever come back, and both of them were there. So shout out to them for representing their organizations. That was really fun to watch. And then AZ Fudd won the 3-point shooting contest, the first rookie to ever do so. And the first rookie to score 30 points in their attempt. Mm-hmm. I think last week I said that I wanted to root for AZ, and I think she was like the obvious. I didn't say obvious, but I feel like she has the shooting form to win. And she immediately proved that. Like Bridget Carlton was cooking, and I was like, okay, Bridget, let's go, sister. And then AZ Fudd was like, actually, I do remember how to shoot. Like, never mind. I'll give you a clean 24, but you will not be topping the next one.
Yeah, I was not rooting for AZ because I know who I was rooting for. But I did feel like I always felt like the format was very I I feel like the format benefited AZ a lot. Like she does kind of have the perfect like jumper for that, and she kind of has like people have been saying that she has like a perfect form anyway, which I agree. So yeah, congrats to her. And then the All-Star game itself, a lot of fun stuff happened. The All-Star game MVP did go to Jonquel Jones. She deserved it. She had damn near a triple double. Like she went out there and played out of her mind. We did get a Dominique Malonga dunk, which we have not gotten in the regular season this year. That was fun. We got a couple of players who only played stints in the first half. I believe both Angel Reese and Aaliyah Boston only played in the first half of the game.
Neither of them played 10 minutes, so
yeah,
vibes, I suppose.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gabby Williams. She was taking every shot she took was a one-legged three-pointer. I love someone who's committed to the bit, and she was immediately committed to it.
Yeah, I can't be mad at that. Marina Mabry came in off the bench and was like, I'm going to win this All-Star MVP. I'm going to come up and I'm going to pull up for every jumper that presents itself. And it didn't seem like she was going to miss. Also, Caitlin Clark pulling from the logo at every opportunity. I also respected that because in the All-Star game, you try to do something memorable. So I respect that from them. Alicia Gray also had a little stretch where she got going a little bit. Of course, love to see her when she's on the heater. So,
hey man, I would say this is like my favorite player, and I know this was a serious game, but if Asia ever play without a leg sleeve again, we're gonna have a fucking problem. Because what the fuck was that? We're just running out in the court fucking naked. Who the fuck?
Did you see? Did you see? It's funny because I was listening to the Dunker Spot, and Nakaya said he asked Asia why she didn't wear the leg sleeve, and she was like, "I just didn't feel like it." She's like, I just didn't feel like cutting the sleeve off. So that was that.
It's fucking kids watching and you running up and down the court naked. What the fuck wrong with you?
I'm not even gonna lie. For half the game, I don't even think I realized it was Asia. I thought she was Kiki the entire time, which makes no sense also because Kiki does wear a leg sleeve. She does mimic Asia's outfits. I don't know why I thought she was Kiki Ariafin the entire time. But also the headband was throwing me off. I'm like, is this JJ or is this Kiki or is this Asia? Like, I don't know which one of y'all. Everybody looked alike. So I was very surprised at the end when they were like, JJ won MVP, because I'm like, when did she score? And then the highlights went back and I was like, oh, that was JJ. That was not Asia. That was not Kiki. So yeah, no, everybody needs to go back to what they normal. And this is also actually why I am going to petition that people wear their actual jerseys again. Let's bring that back. That's a fun thing we should all get back to doing.
So, sometimes it does feel like it'd be better if they did it that way, just because there's been some, well, people say there's been some inconsistency when it comes to the All-Star jerseys. I actually didn't mind them this year, but yeah, I also think it would be cool if players would just wear their team's jersey. Also, it does make things a little bit easier, I would think.
They need a team jersey with just take off the big ass ads and maybe just because the All-Star game jerseys are just sponsored by AT&T, ain't it?
I think. Now that you think about it, I can't even.
Yeah, but
I can't even see the logo on them.
I think
if you get a team jersey that just got AT&T on it, and then maybe like an All-Star patch, I think that.
But I don't think that would work because I think the team has. I feel like the team would have to wear whoever the team sponsor is. So
I'm not in marketing. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, you could make. I mean, this is very complicated, but you could just like take everybody's like raw colorway and just put All Star on the front, and then you have your name on the back. WNBA, when you do this, you do need to send me one. So I'll just leave that there.
I guess is that it for All Star? Did anything else happen? Oh, the coffee house was nice. That's the other thing we did.
Yeah, Unrival Coffee Club. I did get my coffee made by Kayla McBride. It was very funny. We also spoke to Isaiah James during her DJ set that she was streaming on TikTok. So also enjoyed that.
I will say, I was very hurt at the next at the what was at the 1 o'clock. Oh my god! Oh my god!
We can't dwell on that. We can only.
You're right.
All I can control is all I can control.
You're right.
Because I was also a little confused because I feel like when we were there, it was packed. I mean, like to the brim. Like
it felt like, did everybody just be like, okay, we're just gonna go to the earliest time? Like that's kind of what it seemed like.
What it seemed like, because the rest of their videos, it did not seem like anybody was in there. Like, how are y'all making all this content? Because when we was in there, there was really not making any content. Y'all took one picture and came back. Like, I don't know.
We could barely walk through there.
So I don't know how they did that. I'm curious. And I feel like too, they just threw. I don't know. It seemed like they threw a bunch of them all in like 1 hour. Because like, why it seemed like all the college girls were there at one time?
They probably did it during like the time where it was fewer people there, like intentionally.
Which is like, I guess, but I don't know. It was still nice. The DJ set was cute. And I did tell Bridget Carlton she was carrying my fantasy team. So and she just was like kind of like
I said in there looking like Caitlin Clark.
I'm screaming.
It was the shades, bro. It was just the shades.
What I will say too, and this is like a reoccurring thing at All Star, and y'all need to stop going to events for people you don't know. There were legitimately the lady in front of me. We were in line to see Bridget Carlton, obviously, and me, I'm chronically online, and I maybe spend too much time watching the W. So, like, yeah, I do know almost probably every player. I could probably point them all out. So, you know, I'm not judging people when they don't know players and stuff. But the lady in front of me legitimately was like, "Who is that?" To both Bridget Carlton and Kayla McBride. And I'm like, you don't know neither one of them? And I think it made me mad because when she got up there, she sat up there and was talking Bridget Carlton head off. I'm like, you don't even know her. So what are you talking about? What are y'all talking about?
It's a level of shamelessness that I feel like it's not. I feel like not having shame in certain circumstances is important. However, I think there is a certain level. It's like, it's okay for you to not know, but don't get up in these people's face acting like you do know. Like, I feel like this happens every year because I remember I was telling y'all, I think it was 2024. I seen Monique Billings and I was waiting to take a picture with her because she was just walking on WNBA Live and somebody was like, "Hey, who's that?" I was like, "It's Monique Billings." And he ran up to take a picture and I'm like, you didn't know that was. Why you want to do that lady?
You don't know her.
Why you press to take a picture of her and you don't know her? And then
that same thing happened to me in Vegas when we saw Ezzy. And me and Ezzy had a good laugh about it, so I'm only letting that old lady slide because Ezzy did find it funny. So, and we took a great picture off of that. But otherwise, she should have been ashamed of herself.
That girl turned to me. That old lady turned to me and said, "Hey, who is that?" Mind you, she waited in line to meet her. So it's
literally, like she was one person away from taking a picture with this lady. You don't know her. Why are you in line? And it wasn't even like an official line. This was like as he was randomly there. Like, girl, you just show up because other people wanted to take a picture with her. You're nuts.
In a proper country, we would call that dick ride. Because that's actually what that is.
I'm crying. Yeah, I think that's all for All-Star Weekend. It was a fun time. I really wish they would have picked the next location, but I guess we'll find out in January.
Yeah, we just in wait and see until then. Okay, so we got two more things to get to. Next, did we want to talk award picks? Because the second half of the season, quote unquote, did kick off yesterday. We have a 2-game slate today, and we have another slate tomorrow. So did we want to talk about our award picks? Because I do have our preseason picks here, just so the class can get a refresher.
Yeah, let's do awards.
Right. Okay, so these were our award picks from the beginning of the season. For the audio listeners, we'll run through them real quick. Our original MVP picks.
Maybe we should go one by one.
Are we gonna do the whole? Like we do the ballot, or do we do each award?
Each award. Let's go award
by award. So we'll start with the MVP. It is first on this list. Don's MVP pick was A'ja Wilson. Jemaine's was Alyssa Thomas, and mine was Caitlin Clark. I feel like it's safe to assume that one of us is feeling pretty good about that pick right now, and so yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know you feeling crazy. She didn't make an All-Star team.
And you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. But that is a conspiracy because some things were happening that I don't agree with. But I'm gonna let that go.
Yeah, I will say I was a little not completely surprised, but a little surprised that Kahlia Copper was named the All-Star replacement for Kelsey Plum instead of Alyssa Thomas. I was a little surprised by that.
That seemed like recency bias to its core.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I know that when we had Wes Morgan on the show, he said we kind of all agreed that AT would have been probably the most logical choice to replace KP, but yeah.
We are I know we're not doing that right now, but Paige just hit the nastiest step back I've ever seen in my life against Angel.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. I'm so glad I'm so glad I missed it. I will have to watch it once we're off the stream.
Oh, it's gonna be. I can guarantee you. Open Twitter, it's gonna be at the top. Don't you worry.
Yeah. And see, I know the game is close, so I know that makes it even worse.
Yeah, no. Atlanta got serious.
Yeah, I figured
they might not make it. I didn't mean to distract us. I just needed to I almost screamed just now. Sorry. MVP pick. Yeah, I am disappointed in Alyssa Thomas and the Phoenix Mercury. They're embarrassing me. I've never been more embarrassed. What are you doing? My new pick, at this rate, A'ja Wilson is probably going to win. But if I had to be different, I might pick Olivia Miles.
Okay.
That's propaganda. That's propaganda.
I also think that Asia is going to win it. I think she will be a deserving winner. She's already won more MVP awards than any player in W history. I don't think there's going to be some sort of voter fatigue thing. I think she's going to win it again. She's going to win it for the 5th time, and she's earned that. If I had to pick somebody else, like if I had to just pick a runner up, I would give it to Paige Becker.
Fairs.
It's that Black FC.
Not in my
don't going too far. Going too far. Going too far. Is D like
okay, my fault.
But yeah, that's if I had to pick a runner up, I would pick Paige. But I do think it's going to be Asia.
I would also be picking Paige. But I do, Caitlin, maybe you'll get one of these days. You got one more.
I do think
Luka.
I do think Caitlin has played her way into a top 5 finish, to where there was a point in the season where I did not think that was the case, but I do think she'll.
That's also propaganda, but continue.
I do think she has a case to finish in the top 5.
Sounds like Luka Doncic to me.
She really, because hold on, you know what? See, this is why I shouldn't be doing propaganda, because now that I said Olivia Miles, like now there's gonna be an agenda at hand. Actually, I'm gonna pick Caitlin Clark, because Caitlin, Olivia, and Pages, all 3 of y'all runner up. My PG stats are better than y'all runner up. So don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Actually, don't do it.
Jermaine, you know what we say around here. Don't run, fuck nigga.
Hey, listen, you better hope. I'm telling y'all better hope the Fever don't finish top 2, because it's going to be over for y'all. You better hope that we don't.
You better hope that Paige and Olivia don't finish higher up for MVP voting, or it's going to get nasty.
I do suspect that they will.
You don't let the youngest Afro in charge snatch your chain. Don't. People say Paige better than her.
Because you know what's actually going to happen now?
Better than her since the freshman year in college. Don't let them say Olivia Miles better too. It's gonna get nasty.
Propaganda. Once again, propaganda. Because hold on. What's actually going to happen? This Olivia Miles bit is about to die because their queen is back. So we splitting them votes. You're not getting them. Paige Beckers, you better hope you better hope they stay above the Fever. I'm telling you, we gotta play them 2 more. We gotta play them twice. We gotta play them 2 more times. We sweep you. It's over for Paige. I'm telling y'all. Y'all better pray that y'all people stay on their P's and Q's, because it's gonna get very scary if the Fever end up top 2.
What's gonna happen when the Link Straight feeds the Valkyries? So
we gotta get there. We gotta get there.
I do have a nasty agenda there, so don't. Listen, that might be good for me. Anyway, continue.
Okay.
Do we want to stay here, or we want to go to the next award?
Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, so I do think Rookie of the Year is going to be unanimous. I do think it is going to be Olivia Miles, but
you downplaying AZFC.
I'm so sorry.
35
but yeah. Our original picks. Don did pick Olivia Miles. Jamae picked Lauren Betts. I also picked Olivia Miles. If y'all had to pick a runner-up, who would it be?
It'd probably be AZ. I will say, I could see Sid Taylor finishing second.
Really? Interesting.
Because I think the only thing that's really hurt Sid is the fact that she didn't play a lot to start the season, but her numbers look really good. Like since
I
she's got playing time.
I would say I think the thing that's gonna hurt her is the record. Like, and I get that Seattle's record is bad too, but like I think it's not necessarily leading to wins, which they're so close. I'm not getting on the Chicago soapbox today, but I think the wins thing would be the thing holding her back from being 2 because AZ is playing well and Dallas is a playoff team.
I feel like I would have to say, like, if I had to do like a 5, I would probably say Olivia Miles, at least right now. Olivia Miles, AZ, Sid Taylor, Awa, and
my 5 is set in stone, so I'm surprised that it's taking you this long.
Right.
Flau'jae?
Yeah.
Flau'jae's your question mark? I have a hot take.
I was trying to think of if there was another person.
I mean, there's some other rookies that are having good seasons. I thought about Pauline Astier, but
my hot take is that I would probably pick Astier over our fam.
Ooh.
Bro, don't fucking piss me out, bro.
I'm just saying that.
Bro, Jermaine, stop fucking playing with me, nigga.
I'm just saying that our fam, and I get it. She's fun, and there is a thing happening there. But if I feel like I would only give, I don't have to, but I would give Seattle 1 rep, and at this point, to me, Flau'jae has the edge.
Okay, I do agree with that. I do agree that if I could only do 1 rep per team, I would pick Flau'jae as the Seattle rep. But because the 5, which would be the all rookie team, because I don't have to be too particular, I can just pick both. So I would be picking both. But yeah, my 5 would be Olivia, AZ, Flau'jae, Awa, and Sydney Taylor. That'd be my 5.
Damn. Gabriela Jaquez, in another lifetime, this will be you. Lauren Betts, in another lifetime, this will be you.
Don't get me on my soapbox about Lauren, because Lauren Betts has been playing some of the most impactful minutes in her little 15-minute stints. But because there's some seniority happening here, she can't get no closing time burn. But I'm saying Lauren Betts has kept Washington in more than a few games.
Also, I will say, this is probably going to come up when we get to Coach of the Year too. But I've seen Washington has started to mix in the Shakira at the 4, Lauren at the 5 front court, and I'm like, okay, interesting wrinkle. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive Player of the Year. So Don's pick was A'ja Wilson. Jermaine's pick was Aaliyah Boston. My pick was Gabby Williams. Would anybody like to change their pick?
I don't think it's gonna be Aaliyah because the defense hasn't been loud enough. I think she's been defending really well, but it just hasn't been, like, the blocks aren't necessarily there. But she was averaging a steal in the block, so I shouldn't even say that. I actually shouldn't even be saying that, because the numbers are there. It's just not like she's not leading the league in blocks. She's not leading the league in steals, so it's, I don't know. My Kia Stokes agenda is still very alive and well. Yeah, but I know everybody's doing the Kia Stokes doesn't play enough minutes thing. I know. But if it's up to me, Kia Stokes can get your baddie chain. But honestly, if it's not Kia, I guess it's Gabby. I just honestly though feel like nobody's defense has like popped to me. Like I don't feel like anybody has really like moved me a lot. Like for a while it was Ryan for me.
Mm-hmm.
But then I don't know, a little bit lately it's felt a little like I feel like she's still been defending well, but it's like it's been a little, I don't know, it doesn't feel all the way there. So I don't actually know who I would pick.
I am sticking with Gabby Williams as my pick. I actually do think she's going to win it. I do agree that I won't say that nobody's defense has popped, but I feel like the players whose defense has popped have not been on good defenses. Like, how much credit can I give A'ja Wilson for how great of a defensive season she's having when the Aces defense is what it is? And I feel the same way about Breanna Stewart. Like, I honestly feel like this is some of the best defense Stewie has ever played. But with the way that the Liberty have been defending, I can't get to DPOY for Stewie. So I am sticking with Gabby for a couple of reasons. One being Golden State has had the best defense in the league this year. On top of that, Gabby is taking the toughest perimeter matchup night in and night out. They do a lot of switching. They can go zone. They do all kind of different stuff. They mix in different looks. And she's kind of the head of the snake there. So I can't be mad at it.
I would not be mad if Gabby won DPOY. However, I would not be changing my answer for the agenda. If we can get 5 MVPs and 4 DPOYs, so be it. Ron did something crazy.
The dream.
Atlanta just won the game, and that was some bullshit. I know the Wings are heated. Oh, they are heated. They gotta be heated.
Good guys win.
That was disgusting. That was disgusting.
We love that. Leash clutched up. We love that.
Arike is heated.
Oh, Arike does have a right to be upset.
Yeah, that was actually crazy. That was actually crazy.
They called a flagrant for a landing space foul,
and she did not touch her. Like Leash actually got out the way.
Yeah, they called it for a landing space instead of for like an actual like physical foul. They called the Zaza Pachulia closeout foul. So Leash. So the Dream were down 4. Leash went to the line, made all 3, and then she hit the shot off the inbound, and the Dream won.
And a walk took too long. She should just pulled the 3 like quick when she got the ball. That was actually sick. Arike might not even invite her to the presser because I know she's gonna spend the entire time talking about how bad the refs were because that is disgusting. I would be heated. Anyways, that's not my team, so not my business. Dallas, you're coming down.
We love that. So, what are we getting into next?
6th player.
Do we want to do 6th player of the year? So, I don't think any of us are
hilarious picks all around. Hilarious.
Well,
hold on.
Can I just say? Okay, Don's pick was Lauren Betts. Jamae's pick was Ty Harris. My pick was Kennedy Carter. So I can explain. And I feel like I have the right to be upset about this because I was well on my way to being right.
This is true.
I was well on my way to being right. However, the thing that happened. So yeah.
So Janelle Salon, come get your chain, sister.
Yeah, low key. But hold on. See, if Kaylin Clark Ty Harris, though, the stretch of games where Ty Harris has played for us has been very good. It's just like not like the minutes aren't there. And Lauren Betts also could have a good 6-woman case, but the minutes aren't there. I need everybody to. We got to big brain it a little bit because I will be writing the article. I'll be writing the article. Don't worry.
Janelle Salon, come get your chain.
Janelle, I feel like Janelle has been she's been like uniquely impactful in her minutes off the bench. And there are some moments where the Valkyries are just better with her on the floor. Like some games, especially when we look at a team like Golden State, who usually struggles to generate offense. When you have a fearless, tough shot maker, that does juice the offense a little bit. And that offense need all the juice they can get. So she's been a major help for them. So I do think she might win this. She might win this unanimously. If I
think she should, unless something crazy happens, she should.
Okay. According to WNBA, that's because she's off. Janelle Salon has played the most games. She averages 12.8 points and 4 rebounds off the bench. She's the only player with that volume. Well, not the only person. She would be top of the list with that volume. The next player will be Sophie Cunningham. But she is not getting any 10s because she'd have pissed me off.
Yeah.
Like she's doing too much shit to my franchise. I'm not dealing with it. I will not be supporting this. Even though there is a case that could be made for you, I won't be making it.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna skip the runner up here because she would be it, but I can't. Like, I think on the ballot you just put one name down anyway, so we ain't gotta worry about it.
Yeah. I'm
trying to think of who else I could.
So somebody other, you got Kaylin Chen who's averaging 7 points and almost 2 assists. You got, what is this? I'm trying to see who's averaging at least 7 points. Jewel Lloyd is averaging 7 points off the bench.
This would honestly be the time to try to make the Lauren Betts case.
Cameron Brink is averaging 8 points.
Cam Brink is another one. That's actually Cam Brink is a good one.
Cam Brink is yeah.
But yeah, I think this award is comfortably Janelle Salon's, like unless there's an injury or something.
We're gonna do games played is more than 20. Run it.
Most improved. Another interesting.
Yeah, I have a couple of.
I'm a clown.
Okay, so let's run through them real quick. Don's pick was Haley Jones. Jamae's pick was Maddie Siegrist again, and my pick was Layla Lacan. So I'm gonna ask y'all first. If y'all were to change y'all pick, which I'm assuming we're all changing our pick, I'm pretty sure. But
okay, also to the person who said they can't take my list serious, I am dead ass when I wrote this. So like, be cool. Be cool. Be cool. Be cool. This was preseason.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you really shooting from the hip. Like, but yeah. So for most improved, who would y'all be leaning toward? If there's like, because there's so many ways to look at most improved. So it's just like, do you look at a player who made an all-star leap? Do you look at a player who just got a bigger role and scaled up So how do y'all feel?
I feel like
I would
scaled up
probably
is probably Jess
say
Shepard.
it's either Just Shepard or Marina.
I thought about
You know what I'm saying? You know what? I do feel like I would probably say Marina because I feel like with the way that she played, I never really been like, yeah, she'd be a fire number one option. And the fact that
You think that now?
I don't think she'd be a fire number one option, but I felt like, for me, I felt like if Marina was the number one option on my team, I'm thinking about them lottery balls. But they haven't really thought about that since she been hooping. And then Brittany Sykes went down and she was still hooping. So it's like, I don't know.
I'm just saying Marina Mabry doesn't get the same propaganda that Caitlin Clark does, and she might be worse. But I'm not going to go there. But I have to publicly say that.
But yeah,
I guess okay.
Yeah, so like it just really depends on how you want to think about it. With Jess Shepard, it's like she went from the role that she had with the Lynx to the role she has now with Dallas, and like, but she doesn't have the number one option responsibilities, I guess. But she has like stepped up when she has needed to. But then Marina Mabry has.
No.
Do I want her to have it? No.
I actually think it's better that she doesn't. Like, I think it's probably better for her. Yeah, it's better for her.
It's just it's a little easier on her for her to not. But then Marina Mabry has the defensive attention of being a number one after multiple stints of being like a third option or a sixth person other places. So it's like she did kind of make a big role leap. Maybe not. I feel like if I went to look at her usage, it'd probably be a similar usage. But I feel like as far as like what defenses they're looking for, when niggas go play the tempo, they know Marina's shooting about that ball. And like this is the main person shooting that ball. Especially with Kiki Rice being hurt and Brittany Sykes being hurt. And Izzy didn't play for majority of the season, if I'm not mistaken. Like she's kind of had to do a lot.
Let me see if I can find usage. I'm trying to think of who else I would put. Like I feel like people are leaning. I feel like the consensus is Jess Shepard. But it's something about Jess Shepard's pick that I'm just like, I don't know if I'm vibing with it. Why can I not? Oh, here we go. Marina is third in usage. Wow. It's Asia, Caitlin, Marina, Dom, and then Ka. Sydney Taylor is 6.
Wow, that holds up.
Oh, I know why my most improved was. It was somebody supposed to be somebody from Portland. Sarah Ashley Parker. Where you at, girl?
I was gonna ask y'all. I was gonna ask y'all if I could throw a wild card in there. My pick was Carla Lake, though.
Yeah, she was who I was coming up with. That was thinking about. Because she is 9th on the usage list, actually.
How many years is this? Carla Lake's second year?
Yeah, and I feel like she's taken a leap. She's shown that she's much more clutch. She's had to have a leap in usage, but also like Portland doesn't have a number one option. If they did, it'd probably be Bridget Carlton. But I feel like she has, for a good bit of the season, been their savior. Like if Bridget ain't got it, Carla has stepped up tremendously. And I guess she's just a year 2 player, so like there is a little bit of there. But I don't know. I think somebody from Portland, I feel like feels better because I do feel like Carla has taken like a skills leap too. Like she feels less hesitant than she was with Golden State. Obviously, she got more minutes to play with, but it feels like not only are her stats gone up, but there's like an improvement within her game. Mm-hmm. Versus like a Jess Shepard to me just feels like, okay, she's just getting more touches now.
Yeah, because Jess Shepard did, like, we knew that she was a triple double threat last year. Like,
She got one against Indiana, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she did get one. So, and I don't want to take anything away from her. Like, I think if she wins it, I would be perfectly fine with that. Like, I don't think it's anything ridiculous to say. But
I guess I'd be a little tentative on second year players winning.
Yeah, and I think that's valid. I think it's more likely that one of Jess or Marina wins it. Like, I expect it to be one of them. But also, I think the thing that's hurting Portland is because, like Jamae said, it could be a player from Portland, and that's kind of the problem because you can vote for any of them. Like, you could vote for Carla Lake, you could vote for Bridget Carlton, you could vote for Sarah Ashley Barker, you could vote for Emily Inksler if you wanted to. I think she's second in the league in blocks, second or third. So, like, that's going to make it more difficult for any of them. Like, I think none of them win it because people are going to be so split on which one it should be.
In another lifetime, I can see Napheesa Collier winning it.
Yes, because she's also somebody who's like actually taken. I feel like she's kind of taken a leap. The clutch games are ruining it for her, but she's, the first 35 minutes she's hooping. If we could just ignore the last 5 minutes, I think like low key outright, they could probably win it. But also, I think the losing is also hurting her.
Yeah, I think so.
Which, at this,
I guess it's not completely fair because it does feel like most of the players that we're talking about are on losing teams, except for Jess Shepard. So maybe that does kind of lean things in her favor a little bit.
It feels like that Satu Sabali from, what was that, 2023?
Yeah, I think so.
It feels like that. Which, like, back then I was like, I didn't think Satu should have won. I think that year should have went to Jordan Canada. But anyway.
I was looking at his ringer list, and they were talking about, they had mentioned Tisha Heidemann, of course, Jess Shepard and Marina, and then also in another lifetime, Ray Burrell and Shakira Austin.
I don't hate either one of those.
Ray Burrell, but it's just like Shakira Austin. Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like I do think probably Ray would probably be more of a pick than Shakira. I feel like Washington has just had so much improvement across the board.
Yeah, I think for Shakira, it's more of a like, this is her second healthy season, and I thought I kind of assumed she would take an even more of a step back because of the growth of Kiki and Sonia, and that has not necessarily been the case. Like, especially over this like last month stretch, where like I think she's probably averaging like 18, 19, something like that. Like I think she was averaging like 18, 19 in July. I want to look that up to make sure I'm not lying, but yeah, she has been hooping. And
Shakira, you said average 18? Is that what you said?
Right. So for the season, she's averaging 15 points a game, and she averaged 13 last year. But let me see how much she's averaged in this month.
Hold on. Oh, I didn't mean to delete that. Shakira is averaging.
So in the month of July, in 9 games, she's averaging 19, 10, and 2 on 50% shooting.
Yeah, I feel like the thing about Shakira is you don't have the numbers to like measure the defense, but the defense has been there.
That is true.
So yeah, and so the month that was ugly for her was June, because she had a pretty good May too. She averaged 17, 9, and 3 in May on 50% shooting. And then June, in 10 games, she averaged 10, 10, and 3 on like 35% shooting. So she struggled really bad in June. And so I think if she had as good of a June as she had in July and May, she probably would be an all-star.
Yeah, she would have had a case. It's just that they was already giving them 2 of them. So,
y'all, Natasha Mack is back.
yes, she is finally. I'm
That is who my MIP is. We're back, bro. We're back.
How much time has she missed?
I think she might have missed she might have missed like 2 weeks, maybe 3.
She has played 20 games, so
Yeah.
she will be eligible because
She that's like what they played 28 games, so she's missed 8 games.
So let me see. They
I'm
have played
saying
28. Natasha
Mack, we back. Natasha Mack, MIP is back.
Yeah, earlier in the season, like once the season actually started and not just looking at preseason stuff, she was building a case for me. So her being back will help that a lot. It would help even greater if Phoenix can make a run.
Yeah, if they could be serious, please, Lord, then we might get somewhere. But they not being serious right now, so it's hurting the agenda. But don't worry, we're back, girl. We've restarted it. I will be boots on the ground. Don't you worry about it.
I happen to look at the comments for the people that are watching this. I need y'all to look at what this graphic says, and I know it's a little small, but I need y'all to see under pull up 3 2026 and above award predictions that do say preseason. So I done seen some y'all not serious for these. Y'all just wanted to get some good combo going. Niggas made this in May.
It's like we legit were just making shit up. Like
and on top of that, most of this is rooted in logic. Like,
and it's not egregious. Oh yeah, because to the person who said Ty Harris is a 6th player of the year, bitch, if we was playing Ty Harris as actual 6th woman, we might be better. Don't get me started because I'm about to get mad. We might actually have a better record because Ty Harris has been doing what we needed to do without Caitlin. With Caitlin, we could really be a 3 seed right now had we had Ty Harris integrated into the lineup. But that's
it's crazy because I think honestly, in hindsight, the with 2020 vision, I think the only egregious picks that we've made is MIP. I think everyone else can be justified in some show. And of course, I
no, because the Maddie Secret shouldn't have been. Layla LeCon is not egregious because she is hooping.
Layla just came. Layla just showed up to work too late.
Yeah, she does show up to work too late. Maddie Secrets also isn't egregious, but every year, like last year, she got injured. This year, they've been playing with her minutes. Matter of fact, free my sister because she can win MIP if she has the chance.
But that's what I'm saying. I only feel like MIP will be 2020 egregious because I feel like we could post this and be like, this is what we're predicting now, and everyone would really only be like, it's really not many picks on here that people would be up in arms about.
I mean, I guess technically Kennedy Carter.
The MVP, Alyssa Thomas one.
Well, they did jump me when we posted this about the AT pick. They said I'm doing a gimmick. And you know what? It is a little bit of a bit. I don't care about that though, because y'all don't. I look back at the 2023 season, like looking at the top performers and like just the like on Basketball Reference. If you look at like the awards, it'll tell you like MVP, champion, top performers and points, rebounds, and assists. And I really was looking at that, and I was like, Alyssa Thomas really led the lead in assists and rebounds, and they gave that MVP to somebody who didn't even win the championship. I'm getting mad again.
The thing about that year is, I think AT had the most first place votes too.
She did. Oh my god. I'm never getting over that. I never get it over that. I mean, at that point, I should have known that she's probably never going to win an MVP award. And that's also why I keep doing the bit, because really, y'all do need to respect her, actually. Because even statistically last season, the numbers were crazy. It's just that A'ja Wilson is just the best player in the world. Like if A'ja Wilson didn't exist, Alyssa Thomas might be an MVP right now.
Funny enough, you could argue if A'ja didn't exist, AT would have won it in 2023.
She would have
because didn't A'ja get like more second place votes or something like that?
No, so
Stewie
got the most first place and third place votes. Okay. Stewie got the most second place votes.
That's right.
So if people weren't splitting their second places between A'ja and Stewie, AT would have won. Oh my god!
It's how many people's lives would have changed had A'ja committed to being a girly girl and not
just not want to play basketball.
I think about a lot when she was talking about her hoop journey, and she was like, "Yeah, I don't really like basketball like that because it's like I didn't want. She didn't want to do all that stuff, and then she was just
like she didn't like sweating.
Yeah, she didn't like the sweat and stuff. Like she did not like all that, and so the fact that she was like, actually, maybe I do want to do that. Like so many people's careers would have been different.
Yeah, for sure. We might have like the GOAT conversation would be so different.
You know,
it might just be
Team USA would have lost by now.
I don't know about all that.
I
don't know about all that.
The way they was praying for Stewie and A'ja to say them last or 2 years ago.
No, that was they owe Collier Coppers some money. Owe Kai money, and they owe. Really, it was just Kai, but they owe her money because they might be the face of that team, but she was carrying. They might need to give credit for Gabby Williams' feet being too big because.
Oh, that's right. They did almost lose because of that.
That's what I'm saying.
The game did come down to foot on the line stuff.
That means they would have had to rely more on Fee, and for Fee, the lights was too bright in that tournament.
No, because they keep trying to do the Fee at the 3 gimmick, and
they wouldn't have had to do that if they didn't have A'ja. They could have played Fee at the 4 and Stewie at the 5.
Exactly, and it might have worked. Maybe that might have worked. Still, I don't know though. I'm not doing that right now. Let's do Coach of the Year. Don's pick was Carl Smesco. My pick was Stephanie White, and Jay's pick was Becky Hammon. Honestly, I do feel like all of these picks are kind of still valid.
Yeah, I'll say I think it should go to Cheryl Reeve.
Yes, I agree. Did she win last year? Who won last year?
No, Natalie Nakase won.
Oh yeah, Natalie Nakase won. I will say though, in that same vein, if the Wings make the playoffs, I do think Jose might win it.
Okay, so I think
that award is Cheryl Reeves to lose. She is. Not,
it should be okay. So this is what I think. I think Cheryl Reeves should win it, but I have like a list of like 4 or 5 coaches where I would understand it if they won.
Okay, who's your list?
All right, so Cheryl Reeve would be my pick. I also just think she should win it.
Mm-hmm.
I will also. You could argue that Natalie Nakase has a chance to win it again because Golden State.
I would respect that. Now, I think her only thing is I can't think of a time where coaches won back-to-back.
Oh, and see, that's my thing. So.
That's why I was about to say Cheryl might not win, but now
you know how we talk about voter fatigue when it comes to MVP, like when it comes to A'ja, the coaches got it bad. Like if you won it last year, you will not win it again. So but I do think there is a case for Natalie Nakase to win it again. Another coach that I think you could argue is Sydney Johnson.
Yes, because low key though, Sydney Johnson could have won last season. If the Mystics make the playoffs this year, conversations will need to be had.
Yeah, so
they're in place to do so.
Yeah, I think there is an argument for Sydney Johnson. I also Jose Fernandez is another. because it is. I know that this is his first year as a head coach, and Jess Shepard has become what she's become, even though it's kind of just a scaled up role of what she was doing previously. But there's still some credit to be given there. And Paige has looked like an MVP candidate. AZ has been a top 2 rookie, and Arike in this new role has been very effective. Like I really do love the way that Dallas is using her. I know that a lot of people once Dallas got the number 1 pick, and then even more so after they drafted AZ, there was a lot of saying, "Oh, Dallas has to move on from Arike," and the coaching there, they have just figured it out. They've just like, actually, this is what we need from Arike, and she's done it. Like, she's done pretty much everything that you could have asked. She's scaled back on offense when they've needed her to scale up and take more shots. She's done that. Defensively, she's been more aggressive on that end. Whether they need her to take an on-ball matchup every now and then. She's done that. They want her to be active off the ball. Make sure you play in the passing lane. See if you can get steals. She's done that. So, all of that, I do have to give Jose Fernandez a lot of credit for that. So I do think there's a chance for him to win it.
I will say historically, I think the Mystics are at 500, but historically, nobody under 500 has won. So I do think it will. Sydney Johnson winning will be hinged on them maintaining. I feel like for them to make the playoffs, they're going to have to be 500. So him winning,
it hinges on them making the playoffs. But I think he has a chance if they make the playoffs.
Yeah, the last 5 winners were Natalie, Cheryl, Steph, Becky, and Kurt. Dang, a new person every year. Oh, and Cheryl Reed won in 2020. So I guess the last 6, but
yeah. And honestly, Cheryl should win it again, but we'll see.
I agree with that. Wish Betts was in the starting lineup. Def thinks she could have been a rookie of the year candidate if given times. She should have been. I'm not getting on my soapbox about Lauren Betts' rookie of the year campaign because realistically, she really could have had one had she gotten these minutes. But I'm not too mad about Lauren's development. Like, I think she's learning how to be impactful without really having the ball. It's forcing her to rebound. It's forcing her to defend, which like she was always a good defender. So I'm not saying that she was bad, but she was always a good defender, but it's like forcing her to put that at the forefront. And forcing her to rebound. She's not a bad rebounder, but she also played with guards who were good rebounders. So you can kind of tell that she like is not really focused. She was never really focused on doing it, but now you can tell that she's like taking initiative to do so. She plays so patiently, and I think that is a part of the thing that has kept the Mystics in games. Her taking her time and making the right pass, making the right shot. So really, Lauren Betts could have a case if she was scaled up.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm leave it at that.
All right.
I feel like no one was ever going to get hired in second with the season Levi Miles had. So it's like, damn, we might as well prioritize his growth.
All right. So we got one more thing to get into because the WNBA trade deadline is this Sunday. And there was an article that was put out yesterday in The Athletic by Annie Costable. And the main thing that was the main takeaway is she said, and I quote, with regards to Kelsey Plum, the 31-year-old guard does not intend to re-sign with the Sparks in free agency, which means there will probably be a Kelsey Plum sweepstakes within the next 3 days.
I think it's
Now,
actually already underway.
yeah,
um,
you're right. I
Marissa,
think
what's her
I
last
guess
name?
I should rephrase and say Kelsey Plum. I expect Kelsey Plum to be traded within the next 3 days.
Marissa. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she's on the Golden State Valkyries beat. Um, she was like, Kelsey Plum will be traded within the next 3 days or the next before this week ends. And so that's sparked a lot of conversation about where Kelsey Plum should go. I think the obvious choice for a lot of people has been Golden State.
Okay, so to the Golden State thing, I do understand why that is the most popular pick. I think it's because people are looking at Golden State and seeing that they are a top 3 seed, but I think what people have decided is the separator for them and for them to be considered as a legitimate like top tier championship contending type of team, they need to have a closer, a go-to scorer, somebody where we need a bucket, we give the ball to, we get a ball to her. And they currently do not have that. And Kelsey Plum would be that. I do think she would catapult them into being a legitimate title contender this season.
I do so to what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. To prove that, to agree, I agree with that sentiment. And what I'm trying to say is, so I looked today, I took some time because people have been talking about like teams' records against the top 3 being the Aces, the Valkyries, and the Lynx. And the narrative right now, or the storyline right now, is that the Mystics are the only team who have beaten all 3. Right? Fantastic. However, and we can look, I wrote it down, so we can look at that later. But I do think that Kelsey Plum might be the answer because the Valkyries have not beaten the Lynx nor the Aces. And depending on how this bracket shake out, they will likely have to play one of them. So if they're their Valkyries are what, a 2 seed right now?
I think they are, let me make sure. They are currently,
because the
I
Aces
think
they are
are
third. They're
either
third.
way,
The Aces,
so if
the
they make
Aces
it all
are,
the way, they would have to play the Aces. Assuming we started today, they would have to play the Aces.
Yeah.
And like the thing, I think Kelsey Plum can be the difference maker because that's, I feel like, where they always struggle is that they just cannot outscore the Aces. They don't have anybody who's like, okay, I can put the ball on the floor and I can get to the rim. They don't really have that. Gabby Williams tries her best, but that's just, you know, in the case of the Aces, that's not her bag. And I think the thing that we know has always propelled the Sparks over the line is Kelsey Plum and her faux negativity against her old team, that has propelled them to some wins. So I think, I genuinely think she could be the missing piece. I think Kelsey Plum, like she is technically still injured, but it doesn't seem like it's an injury that's going to take her out for the rest of the season. But even if it does, I feel like if you're Golden State, like you still might take that bite. Like you're not, you're going to have Veronica Burton. Is Gabby Williams on a 2-year deal?
I believe so. Let me check.
Either way, you got Veronica Burton. Like, I feel like their core can stay intact.
Gabby signed a 3-year contract.
Okay, so you got Gabby Williams, you got Veronica Burton. Caitlin Chin is coming along nicely. I think Kia Stokes is only on a 1-year deal, but the way she's played, like, they're calling her back. Like I feel like they still have the pieces in place. The problem then becomes the Janelle Salon and Chechi of it all, because Chechi hasn't played up to the way that they needed her to play. And I feel like if I'm the Sparks, you are sending me Janelle Salon. I don't know about the other shit, but you're bringing me Janelle Salon.
Okay, so I guess I wonder if you're Golden State, what you're pushing for when it comes to the Sparks, what you're saying is, look, what you're technically offering me is Kelsey Plum for 2 months. So it's like, am I going to part with Janelle Salon for 2 months of Kelsey Plum? Now, what we can do is we can work this out a different way. I can send you multiple first round picks because Golden State don't like to use their picks anyway. We've already seen that.
Yes, it's true.
So what they'll say is, we can send you 2 first round picks. We will also send you Tiffany Hayes and Kyla Charles.
If I'm the Sparks, I'm saying y'all go to hell. But if I don't get Janelle, I will also take Yuste Hasite, okay. Young talent. Y'all don't play her. We can get her some burn. We can work with that. Also, Caitlin Chen. You might have to come up off that. Like, y'all gonna have to come up off of somebody who's producing. And if you're gonna keep Janelle Salon, you do need to bring me Yuste and Caitlin.
I guess
the thing.
I will say this: if Yuste Hasite is the holdup on the trade, I think Golden State will be like, okay, go ahead. Y'all can have her.
Yeah. They're not playing her no way.
I just feel like the Sparks also don't have no leverage.
The Sparks also don't have a GM.
Yeah, you don't have a GM. You don't have a GM.
Why don't you think they have leverage though?
Because KP doesn't want to resign there. It's like for me, if I'm Golden State, it's like, damn, even if I don't win this year, I could probably just sign you when the season is over. Like if I don't get you in this trade, if I send the Valkyrie some bullshit and they like, nah, I'll just be like, well, I guess I'm just waiting 2 months. It's just like she more than likely she's gonna come over here anyway, unless somebody else sends something. And I don't. Who else could send something? Washington.
Okay, the people who have a little bit of cap flexibility.
Yeah, I was
that being the Connecticut Sun has a lot. The Dream and the Wings both have like 180K. The Lynx have a little bit. The Liberty got a little bit. The Phoenix Mercury have a lot. The Portland Fire also have a lot. And
how many of these teams are going to be willing to trade for KP?
Okay, so I actually think,
like, I feel like Washington is the only other team that I feel like.
I think the Mystics should do it. I think Atlanta would consider it.
Who are y'all giving up?
I don't want to talk about that. I'm just saying I think they would consider it.
Jordan Canada.
I know what that means.
Sending her back to LA though would be nasty business. However, if me and my people can get in there, we are willing to take Nas Hillman.
All I'm saying is
if y'all get Kelsey Plum and y'all niggas don't win, y'all are clowns.
We will have to call y'all clowns because Kelsey Plum and Bree Jones, y'all doing too much.
Kelsey Plum, Bree Jones, Angel Reese, Alicia, and Ryan, nigga, y'all are clowns. If y'all don't win, oh my god.
Yeah, this is how I feel. So I feel like, I think the Dream would consider it depending on what the package is. Also, the closer we get to the deadline, this is why I feel like, and like people have been saying that they feel like the Sparks are just going to trade her because they feel like they have to.
I'm curious too, though, because now the new CBA says that the person has to agree to where they're getting traded.
Yeah, KP would have to sign off on the trade.
So yeah, that's all. Like it's like even if I
she has to sign off on the trade because they court her.
Even if I am the Valkyries, I sent LA some bullshit. They decided to trade her somewhere else. Well, I can still get her 2 months later. It's still,
I mean,
I don't know. It's
the
just
plan
like,
is you can try, but I think, which we can get into this in a second, but I do want to bring something else up first. But I think, the plan would be you try to get ahead of that just in case she like it where she at too much. So you say, all right,
I think you should, but I also think you shouldn't sweat.
Also, I say, how many teams would be willing to make that trade without feeling like they have the upper hand on re-signing her?
I don't know if it mattered because I think the cap situations for all the contending teams, the cap situation is a little too egregious. So I feel like there's really not room for her to gamble. Like if we look at Dallas, their money is going to Jess and Alana and Arike. Then you got Indiana. I mean, Kelsey Mitchell's only on a 1 year deal, but Aaliyah, Kelsey Mitchell, and we low key paying Monique Billings a little bit. Monique and sister Lexi Hull. Yeah. The Aces. I mean, she probably not going back there, but you paying Asia, Chelsea, Jackie. I think Jackie only 1 year deal.
Jackie on a 1 year deal, so this could be.
Hey,
so like
go ahead and pull up them 2027 free agents. As a matter of fact,
it's a lot of them because most of the players sign 1 year deals.
So, and then you thinking about Connecticut's gonna be bad. Like I mean, people might be enticed to go since they're moving to Houston, but you don't know. Atlanta again is tight. You got Rod Bree, Leash, and JC and Nas.
The Dream have not paid Angel because Angel is still on her rookie scale contract.
Right. And so if she makes an all W team, then she is next year her 4th year? Mm-hmm. She makes an all W team this year. She might want her meal. And like I don't even really know if they can afford to pay her that right now, but like every team that's and then Minnesota, like Fee, Courtney, Kayla, they all getting paid. Like Phoenix, AT, Ka. I don't know who they last meal going to, but I think they only paying them 2 for real. But saying all to say, they are the money tight. So she gonna have to be a little. It's gonna be then you're contingent on somebody else making a move. Mm-hmm. Or a team saying we're gonna prioritize you over somebody that we might have already had.
Yeah. So when you were talking about the free agents for 2027, the big names that we're talking about here, Kelsey Plum, Kelsey Mitchell, Jackie Young, Napheesa Collier, they're all going to be free agents.
So then what happens when the Valkyrie do not get Kelsey Plum and they get Kelsey Mitchell?
Don't fucking piss me off, actually. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Because what's more likely to happen is that they get Napheesa Collier.
I forgot NECA, but NECA is also a free agent.
NECA might be retiring, y'all.
NECA needs to commit to. NECA needs to go to the Tina Charles route and then just go play for.
No, why would she do that? She's in LA. This is her. She just became their all-time leading scorer. She need to end her career. Where's she at?
That's why she can afford to leave. She can go mentor some other teams and go from there. But
I feel like she over that. But this is what I wanted to say, because I think Washington could make a very compelling offer for Kelsey Plum. And if I'm the Sparks, I'm saying, which one of them draft picks that y'all just made are y'all willing to come up off of?
If you're the Mystics, which one are you coming up off of? Because I think Sidney Johnson does not want to let Lauren Betts go. Mm-hmm. Like he's like, this is like Lauren Betts is my front court of the future. I'm gonna whoop your ass with Kiki, Shakira, and Lauren. Everybody else can interchange, but that's my rock.
Let me ask you this. If let's say that the initial offer, because importantly, because Washington has so much cap space, they do not have to match salary. So they can do a pick in one player. They can do a pick in one rookie. Let's say the offer that Washington sends initially is a first round pick and Angela Dugalich. Let's say that that's the initial offer they make. And the Sparks say, we want Cody instead. Does Washington still make that trade?
Cody, you gotta go, girl. This is for the greater good. Unfortunately, if you got to go, sister. I'm so sorry. It was fun, but you gotta go. You gotta go. Because but then again, Washington might not, because it feels like they think Georgia Amore is their future. I don't know if I think they should be riding on that being their future, but it seems like that's the path that they're on.
They better not. They better not. They better.
So
I'm serious. Like,
I agree.
He plays them.
I agree with you. But
because
listen, if I have Kelsey Plum available to me and I say no, thank you, I'm full. I have Georgia Amore. You're going to hell.
They don't have a GM either. So really is Sydney Word, and that's his girl.
Yeah, I will say this is what I think. I wouldn't be surprised if it come down to it. I think they would trade Georgia if they had to.
Listen, if I'm Cindy Johnson, I'm taking Georgia Amore out to a nice dinner and be like, you will love LA, girl. You are going to love LA.
I think they love their young hoes. I don't know.
And see, okay, so the only reason I could think of for why Washington would not do it is because they really want to slow play this thing. Like that would be the only reason for me. It's just them saying, we know that we've made a little run. We know that they're either a game above 500 or they're right at 500 right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way that they don't make that kind of trade is if they say, we're content with continuing to see how this shakes out. But for me, I feel like if the swing is there to be taken, you should take it.
Also, I think I do think that speeds up their timeline, because I think with that front court and with KP, I think they could very easily like make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it's going to require them to give up Chicago's pick.
Yeah, it would. So I think, that's what I'm wondering. That's why I say, would it be worth it for them to do that if you're from their perspective?
Because you in the Juju sweepstakes right now.
Yeah. So
you're
maybe you hold
Chicago not getting better.
Yeah, maybe you hold off on this deal until you see how the lottery shakes out, and then see if you can make a trade for someone else or somewhere else, or maybe you content with the pick that you end up with. I don't know. But I will say, a Kelsey Plum, Sonia Citron backcourt would be very fun. Also, it's not like Washington will be making that trade for this season, because I don't think that they think adding Kelsey Plum to Sonia Citron, Kiki Iriafen, Shakira Austin, Lauren Betts, I don't feel like they think that is a championship team in 2026. But I think that they will probably be looking at it as our best path forward is with this group, with Lauren continuing to come off the bench and be impactful in her spot minutes. I feel like that would be the path forward. Also, that would give them some shooting that they have desperately needed. So I would understand it if they did that. Don, your mic is muted.
My bad. All I know is if the 2027 offseason ends and the Valkyries have acquired either Fee, Kelsey Mitchell, Kelsey Plum, or Jackie Young,
Stop including Kelsey Mitchell. Like, you actually making me mad. Stop including her. Thank you.
I'm putting them as title favorites.
So this is what I think. I think the plan was for Golden State to bring Fee in this offseason.
It needs to be.
I think they were trying to sign her away from Minnesota this year, and she just decided to go back on a 1-year deal. This feels like
No, I think Minnesota corner.
they did. I think Golden State was interested in signing her away or like convincing her to leave. Now, something else.
Acting like she want to.
Something else that Annie wrote in this that Annie wrote in this article, she says Lynx star Napheesa Collier is another player who, because of the terms of her contract, has to be considered a trade option. With Minnesota currently being the 1 seed, they could get a crazy haul if they were to trade Napheesa Collier. If they were just looking at it as Olivia Miles is the face of the franchise now. But would it be worth it? Because to me, I feel like if Minnesota trades Napheesa Collier, that's them saying we're not trying to win a championship this year.
You think so?
Yes, absolutely.
I would say
because Fee is. I know the type of season Olivia Miles is having. I think at the end of the day, Fee is supposed to be your best player, or like if Fee plays like how she has played, that is your best player. And if you're going to trade away your best player in August, you're not trying to win.
But like, you don't think there's anybody like you're not gonna get a comparable Fee because you're not gonna get an Asia, you're not gonna get Aaliyah, or right. Like you're not gonna get a Stewie, right? But you don't think that there's a player or a piece that the Lynx could get that could keep them in contention?
I guess
my thing is I think if you trade her, you're more than likely trading her for young talent, and I think you're playing the house money game. I think if you're going to do that, then you're playing, well, if we make it to the second round, that's fantastic. If we lose in the first, I'm also not sweating it because I have someone for the future with Olivia Miles for however long. But I don't think you look at that as like we can still win a championship because you already had a team that could win a championship regardless.
I guess more so the way I'm looking at it is the Lynx should be considered the favorites to win the title right now. They're the 1 seed. Olivia Miles is playing like an MVP candidate. They just got feedback. She doesn't appear to have lost much of a step at all. Of course, she's going to have some games where her shot's not falling out the gate. But other than that, she's kind of hit the ground running in the 2 games that she's played. So I feel like they have to be looking at it as we're the favorites to win the title right now. If you trade Fee away, that's no longer the case.
Pretty much, like they were the favorites without her. Like Fee played 1 game.
And see, I didn't.
I don't care how many games they won. They was not going to be my favorites.
I couldn't like, and they were the team with the most wins, but I never was like, because to me, I was just like in the playoffs against a. Is it if it's in the when it comes down to it in the playoffs, you got a Natasha Howard and Nia Coffey front court, and to me, it's just when you going against the top of the top, I just feel like in a playoff series, it's a little bit different. So they were not my title favorites without Fee, but they
I just feel like I agree with that because I do think in the playoff experience matters, but Olivia Miles has risen their floor in a way that I think Courtney Williams and K-Mac, who are two players who we've seen come alive in the playoffs and make runs for Minnesota, I just feel like they could really get back. Like, granted, they do need Natasha Howard to continue to play at the level she's been playing at, and they will need a little bit of assistance from Dorka. But I just think that, like, you can't. The league schedule has not been easy, right? Like, it's not like, okay, they've only beaten bottom half teams. Like, they lost by less than 5 to the Aces. Like, it really took the Aces everything to beat them. Like, we've been seeing people whoop the Liberty's ass. Like they haven't played the Fever yet, but they whooping Dallas ass. They what? The Dream beat them once. They split right now. They got one more game.
Yeah.
And now we don't know what it's gonna look like with Bree Jones back. Like that's a little new wrinkle for Atlanta.
Yeah.
I think that the way that Olivia Miles has continued to like shift from game to game, I feel like is enough. Like, I feel like it's enough to where we should be able to be like, yeah, they have a very good chance with or without Fee to be content to like make a real run, especially given the way that everybody else has been playing. The Lynx get the right matchup. Like, if we're looking at the standings today, their first round matchup is the Mystics, which, like, they struggle a little bit against them, but
I would pick Minnesota.
They figured it out. I don't trust the Mystics. I don't trust the Mystics more than I trust the Lynx, right? In those series. And then they might have to play the Fever or the Wings. We haven't played them yet, so we don't really know what they look like, but I don't know. I feel like the odds are really in the Lynx' favor if they can get past, assuming if we look at the thing today, assuming they get past the Mystics, like, everybody gonna have to be doing a big one. And when you do that in a 7-game series, I don't know.
I see. Yeah, without B, I wouldn't have them as like my top 3, and I think that's just like.
Well, they be in my top 3 still. This is what I would say. So my thing was with Fee, they are my favorites to win the title. Without Fee, I would pick the Aces. That's kind of that's kind of like how I would look at it. Like even with their record being what it is, when it comes down to it, I would say give me Asia in a series. So that's kind of just the way that I would see it.
Oh, we gotta hope Asia get there. No shade, but we gotta hope. If we look at the standings today, they would have to play the Liberty in the first round.
Yeah,
and the Aces can whoop a lot of people, but New York got their number low key. Let's
not be disrespectful. Let's not.
When's the last time you beat New York? Wait, come on. Come on. Be serious.
But yeah, so that's kind of how I feel about it. But
I feel like we also ain't played them healthy in a bit.
That's true. Ain't neither one of y'all. Y'all be doing a bit when y'all play each other. It's very fun. Fun for me as a non. I was finna say as a neutral observer. I'm not really neutral, but I would say a non-fan.
A neutral observer. I mean, I'm just saying I don't want to see the Valkyries. They need to get the fuck away from me. Mm-hmm. So as a matter of fact, everybody got their matchup that they don't want.
But I feel like if the playoffs started today, Dream Valkyries would be the first round.
Dream Valkyries, Wings Fever. Liberty Aces, Lynx Mystics. Girl, first of all, we will have to be tuned in to every matchup because you just don't know what's gonna happen. But also, I don't know. Those are very the coaching clipboards are going to have to come out. They're going to have to come out. Things will be proven because those are just matchups you just don't want. You just don't want, bro. Like
I would love to dunk this mode. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to because I'm tired of Golden State. I'm glad we don't have to play them no more. Although I do think it would look a little bit different with Bree back, but that defense scared me.
And see the Wings, they'll go shot for shot. I don't want to see the Valkyries either though, because for some reason, I don't know what the defense also don't want to see. Also, our teams are. I'm a Fever fan. Jay's a Dream fan, and Don's a Aces fan. So a mixed bag.
Okay, so then if you do trade Fee, again, I'd imagine you're trying to get a young person to pair with Olivia Miles.
Okay, but who's in on the Fee?
All right, so this
is what I'm saying. Who are you asking?
Who's trading for Fee? The funniest bit.
Wings?
The funniest bit would be the Sparks. But the Wings, I could see the Wings being in on the Fee sweepstakes.
Hold on though, because the Sparks might want to get in that because NECA is about to go. NECA about to go. We do need that.
Yeah, this but I was it's kind of a bit, but also it's I can see that.
But they would definitely need a 3-team trade because Cheryl Reeve don't want no Kelsey Plum. She don't want that. So
the Sparks
who would be the third?
Who would be the third? Connecticut.
The Sparks don't need to waste their white time. Just leave me alone.
Hold on.
The third could be Washington though. Because
and who they getting rid of?
I don't know. But they could if you trade Fee to LA and Cheryl Reeve does not want KP, but Washington might. And Washington don't have to send out much because they can just take that money in.
They could get Minnesota might get Lauren Betts for real. No, hold on. If Cheryl architect that, bro, I will go get her the fucking Coach of the Year trophy myself. I will hand deliver it to her.
In the chat, we got Georgia Amore, Lauren Betts, Rory Harmon, and 2 first-round picks. I feel like you're not giving up all that just to get
giving up all that.
But I don't like.
No, because hold on, because low key. Hold on. Let me see. Lauren's not really a pick and roll big though.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen when the Lynx get Camilla?
Don't actually piss me off, Donovan.
Wait. How do we get there?
We're not getting there.
We trade Fee for Camilla and whatever else.
You're right. No, actually, it's going to be Skylar Diggins.
Skylar, Camilla, and a pick or whatever.
You don't have to do all that because Skylar Diggins is making money. No way! Whoa! Skylar Diggins is taking a little toy.
You may have to attach a pick because she's not good at basketball currently. So,
yeah, and that's when you say who let me see who on the end of the day bench. That's when you say Rachel Bannum. It's been fun. Rachel, Skylar, y'all gotta go. And low key, Cheryl like Rachel. It could work.
So if you if Camilla, if Olivia Miles can make Natasha Howard look like 2016, I feel like she could change Camilla's life.
Well, that's because Camilla's not really a pick and roll big either. I mean, it works with Sloot. It's been better with Sloot, but she's not Camilla hasn't figured out the role thing yet. And I
But
think
because
it works
I also
with Flash because that's her bag.
right, but I also feel like with like even thinking about the South Carolina days, she was great as a rim runner, and her and Olivia really eat off that.
I guess.
I mean, the preference, the
I really
funniest
didn't.
bit, my favorite bit is getting Lauren Betts, but um, I don't know if
So
I'm.
just for the bit, this is not a real trade, y'all. Please do not yell at me. A 3-team trade
Okay.
where the Sparks get Napheesa Collier, the Mystics get Kelsey Plum, and the Lynx get Lauren Betts and Chance Gray. Does work money wise.
Hold on,
Like
because
you probably
Gray is could be your new payback.
yeah,
Hold on.
you probably also give Minnesota some pick equity from somewhere. Well, you definitely do. Fee is the best player in the trade, so they getting the pick out of that. But that works money wise.
That could. I see a vision there. No, bro. Cheryl Reeve ultimately getting Lauren Betts and Olivia Miles would absolutely be insane. Like I actually might have to veto it that because that shit is too good. I will write a letter to Kathy myself. You need to focus and cancel that. You need to cancel that. Which is crazy that I'm saying this because I was saying all year that Cheryl needed Lauren Betts. She still do, but
well, she is just because I'm gonna be respectful when I say this, but like you see what they doing with Natasha Howard. Like imagine if you had like the rim protection. And I know that Lauren Betts is not like a traditional pick and roll big, but I think Cheryl could make that happen.
the Seals,
Yeah.
like, real basketball would be back. Oh my god.
The Storm's owner was suspended for 5 games. What happened? Oh god, does it have something to do with what happened yesterday?
Yeah, she's berating that man.
Okay. Well,
Which doesn't even make sense. Like,
no,
how are you
it
suspending her?
doesn't.
She don't work for y'all.
It doesn't. I don't get that. But
Like, what are we talking about?
Also
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen when Dallas trades Fee for AZ?
Okay, so
Okay, now you're being silly. Now you're being silly.
But what I will say, I do think Dallas would get in on the fee sweepstakes if there was a fee sweepstakes. I think Dallas would get in on that.
People saying that Arike might be out of there. I still don't think.
I keep seeing.
I don't think Dallas is in a place to get rid of Arike yet. Like they don't have a bona fide third player.
I think she could. I mean, could she be traded? Yes, but I've just liked the way that they've used her so much that it's like that would hurt my feelings a little bit.
Do you do a Ka and Arike swap?
No.
No,
for who?
I feel like that works for both sides.
Yeah,
I kind of
like that. I'm not gonna lie.
They the Phoenix gets the scoring that Arike, like she can scale up. Now we do need to work on the catch and shoot thing, but she can scale up. She can put pressure on the rim. Dallas needs a wing.
Yeah, Dallas gets the drop. Oh, I'm glad you said that because this is not rumored or anything. I would love to see Dallas get a wing defender somehow. Like, can Dallas call Connecticut about Sanaya?
She might be. Look, Aneesah is the one that is being rumored,
right? And that's what I'm like. I understand it, but I'm just like, I was like, if I'm Dallas, I'm calling Connecticut about Sanaya. I'm also calling Seattle about Jordan.
Bro, I do need Jordan. I need that. Like, can y'all please? I will give y'all like somebody, please.
Somebody. A couple other names that have been rumored to have possibly be moved. And he also reported that the Mercury could be interested in trading with Dallas for Atlanta Smith. So they would have to send some money back, but the Mercury have a decent amount of cap space, so it wouldn't take too much. Also, apparently, New York and trade conversations surrounding Benaja Laney Hamilton have also heated up again. And I would like to see Benaja in Atlanta. I would be open to that. In terms of teams that are looking to be buyers versus sellers, there has been a lot of talk about Connecticut because they do have a lot of cap space. They are positioned to be sellers, which is why I asked if Dallas is looking for a wing defender. I would be calling about Sanaya Rivers. Not to say that Connecticut would be willing to move Sanaya, but I would just be calling to see what would it take. And Washington has kind of been named as they could be one or the other. They could be viewed as a buyer or a seller. So if they do decide to move Lauren Betts, like I would understand that. It would just depend. Like she's one of the players that you don't give away for nothing. Like I feel like the reason Washington drafted Lauren, even though you already have Kiki and you already have Shakira, is because Lauren was the best player on the board at number 4. And also, if you need to make a trade, she'll give you something of value in return. So yeah. Any other teams that you feel like need to be buying or need to be selling? Like I know that we kind of mentioned before that we were kind of over the Phoenix Mercury and that they should just blow it up, but I don't think they're gonna do that. Like I don't expect them to trade AT.
I think I'm just the thing about the AT thing is I'm just curious of like where she fits because
To me, the obvious AT fit is Dallas, just because of what we've seen what they've done with Jessica Shepard. So it's just like,
but it's like you already have that. I mean,
that's
AT
true.
is a better defender. Like
Yeah.
AT, I think is better than
Yeah,
Jessica
she's
Shepard.
better, but
But it's like, why would you get both of them? Why would you keep both? You know,
that's true. Because offensively, they kind of operate in a similar space.
right? Because no, like she's not going to jack no threes, so it's like we now. AT and is this egregious? Hold on, I gotta think about it for a second. Yeah, I don't know.
See, I'm trying to think of what other team would be interested. Also, we did kind of like mention him in passing. Whenever a star player becomes available, they're gonna be linked to Golden State because people know that Golden State needs a star. So,
Oh yeah.
if he is available, Golden State is going to be the first team to call. I'm sure.
Oh,
Now,
absolutely.
what would Golden State give up? I don't know, because it's like that's why I feel like the 3-team deal with Fee going to LA kind of makes the most sense because you say, okay, that team can send Kelsey Plum out. Because what are you going to get adequate value for half a season of Napheesa Collier in a trade? Probably not.
Not if you're LA, but if you're Golden State, you might.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like LA's problem has always been that they don't have a real playmaker.
Mm-hmm.
And you sending KP out of the real options, you're not really getting one back unless you get AT. It's also like, why would you do that?
I don't get that. Yeah, I feel like if you do that in your LA, what you're looking at is what we're gonna do next year.
Yeah.
Which is funny because you just fired your GM for trading the future away. And now you're saying, okay, well, let's just try to I mean, if you trade for Napheesa Collier, that is different because there is a difference between trading for Kelsey Plum and trading for Napheesa Collier. Like you're trading for an MVP candidate in her prime. So
Yes.
if you do that, you say, okay, well, this is our window. Our window is now. So this is you just have to be
And
you
your
got
defense gets better,
yes,
which is
you got to be
also
smart.
part of the problem.
Yeah, you got to be smart about the moves that you make after that because I feel like that was really the undoing. Like the KP trade, I don't love the process of that just because they traded the number 2 pick. But what really hurt the Sparks was the stuff that they did after that.
I really think losing Julie Alleman was actually the problem. And you tried to replace her with Erica Wheeler, who we saw last year. She played well, but she played better when she wasn't a starter. And now you're forcing her on like basically starter minutes. And it's not that. It's not that. I feel like their season really might look differently if they had Julie Alleman.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Julie would be very valuable because yeah, the Sparks really they really mismanaged their guard room because they let Julie Alderman go, they let Julie Von Lowe go, and then they were like, we can make tonight last in the point guard. It was just not good business all around. Um, I did see Annie did mention a possible Benaja for Aneesah Morrow trade, and I don't like that. That's all I want to say. I just want to say I don't like that.
I don't think that helps either side, but I mean, both of them need new environments. So
Yes, that's true, but I don't like that. Is that it?
you think Toronto calling for Shakira again?
Yes. Oh, that's the other thing that I did not mention because it was reported that Toronto has been dangling a first round pick in trying to acquire a young post player. I believe those are the words that are being used. And yeah, yeah. They if it feels like they're desperate, they probably are because the next couple drafts are not like super post heavy. So your best bet is to say, see if you got a team that's got multiple post players and would like to come up off of one. Like I'm sure they probably called Washington back about Shakira. They probably called about Lauren. They probably called Connecticut about oh no.
She's not young, but do you think they swing at Atlanta?
Maybe, but that does feel like like go for it now type of move. Um, Also, this makes me very grateful that the Dream took Medina Okot because now it's like post players are gonna be hard to come by. Like in the next draft, I don't know who's the top post player in the next draft.
Well, Audie,
Audie, Clara Strack.
Claire Strack, fake stretch big, please. I didn't mean to say that. Just for y'all pretend I didn't say that.
Yeah, so but yeah. Yeah, I don't blame Toronto. They're trying to bring in bigs. I know that has kind of been an issue for them. A lot of their bigs have had a lot of injury issues because you got Niara Sabli, you got Isabel Harrison, who have both been in and out of the lineup. Timmy Fack Benlay has also been in and out of the lineup. So they do kind of need some stability in the front court. I'm sure. Oh, it was also reported that they offered a first round pick to the Sparks and the Sparks turned it down. It's safe to assume that was probably for Cameron Brink. And if I'm the Sparks, they're probably right to say no to that, I think.
I would never come up off Cam Brink. Nope. Now, if they send me Fee, actually no, because I need both of them together. Actually, so no, I wouldn't be
That'd
coming
be
up with
so
Cam.
nasty. That'd be
You
so.
are
Oh,
chained to my org.
now, if they traded Cam for Fee or in the Fee deal, I'd be like, okay, like you did get Napheesa Collier, but them two next to each other would be so nasty. Like that defense. It is funny just looking at the Sparks roster and you seeing that their biggest problem is they can't stop anybody and their best defender comes off the bench. But you know, I don't know.
I don't have any more trade talks, but the Valkyries are such a flopping ass team. That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Like if you just seen the way Tiffany Hayes tried to fall out against Dewana, and then she gonna miss the free throw, girl. Don't y'all not y'all not being serious anyway, but like they need to start calling that on them because this is getting ridiculous. Like how you fall after they blow the whistle.
It's just I guess what makes the flop funny is when you don't get the call. Because now it's just like, now look at you.
You look crazy.
Now I will say, if you flop and you don't get the call, you can't complain. Like I don't hate flopping, but if you flop and you don't get the call, you gotta just eat that.
Shit, I hate it because like be ethical. Nah, really, Ka for Dallas could work, bro. It could really work. I don't think they want to change her, but like that could really work.
I wouldn't mind that. I think Dallas would enjoy Kai.
Low key, I mean, they could do. I mean, I wouldn't if I'm Phoenix. I wouldn't swap Ka for Alana. I don't know why I can't pronounce that lady name today.
I thought it was. I thought it was Atlanta. Maybe I've been saying it wrong.
I don't know. Anyway, I wouldn't swap, but that could work. And it honestly could be beneficial because you kind of have somebody filling up the Dewana Bonner role. Obviously, Atlanta is not the shot creator, but that 3-point shooting can come back, and she's like a better defender. She's a better defender, and I feel like you can find you some shooting somewhere.
She fell out of favor in Dallas so fast. I mean, I get it. Like she was not playing well, but
yeah,
they're kind of just been like, okay, we're done with you. We're just gonna give Awak these minutes instead.
Chechi got 4 fouls. Kyla Charles, their whole team got 4 fouls. This is why they be flopping. They should be insane.
But yeah, but yeah, all hearts and minds are clear over here. Don, your mic is muted.
I stink. I'm trying to make sure niggas can hear me too. But this has been another episode of Pull Up 3. I am Paragon Don.
I'm Jamae.
And I'm Jay Trent.
And we are out.